Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing the college bowls right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Joe Duffy, of course, as experienced and successful as they come in the professional handicapping industry. He's been doing this successfully for almost 30 years. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
No, thank you for having me, Peter.
All right, we're covering all these mid-range bowls. Right now, we're going to take the Boca Raton Bowl, Marshall and Northern Illinois. Before we get to it, just give everyone an overview of your career, what you do at OffshoreInsiders.com.
Yeah, no, I know between the time we record this and the time some of these games are played, there will be a bunch of games in between, but keep checking OffshoreInsiders.com. Each and every single day we'll update our records, but I've been doing this for 27 years publicly and long before that as far as my own personal stuff, and you will see in the analysis the intel we have that is far and away the envy of the industry at OffshoreInsiders.com.
All right, sounds good. Marshall, Northern Illinois in the Boca Raton Bowl. So let's just start by giving a plug for Boca Raton. I mean, I don't know. I know there's a lot of old Jews in Boca Raton. Not that I have anything against that, but I'm just saying, like, if you go there, expect that for one. You know, very nice town, Boca Raton, and, you know, nice weather and a lot of nice restaurants that you can go to, right?
No, well, I don't know. I mean, my father-in-law lives in Boynton Beach, and I'm a food nerd, as I think you know from us being social media friends. And we've struggled to find a ton of good restaurants, but Delray Beach, which is nearby, has some pretty good ones.
All right. Marshall, Northern Illinois. Right now, Northern Illinois is a 10-point underdog. Total is 67. That's taking a jump up from 65. And, you know, Northern Illinois covered 4 of their last 5 games in the regular season after a run of ATS losses in the heart of the season. I guess the big story here, though, is that this has to be somewhat of a disappointment for Marshall, right? They, you know, they had been a covering machine, looking like they might go undefeated on the year, but that didn't wind up happening. They wound up getting a loss. So here they are in the Boca Raton Bowl against Northern Illinois, giving 10 points. What is Marshall's, you know, talent edge on the field, and what is their mental state here? I guess that's the key to finding value here, right, Joe?
No, you're 100% right. And as I said, one of the things that I automatically look at, because it was pointed up to me maybe about 10 years ago by a sharp, that you should really look at how far a team has to travel. And there's not a big edge here. Marshall, 845 miles, Northern Illinois, 1,183. So no real big edge there. You know, something that's very interesting about this game that I don't know if there's a big handicapping angle here, but this is the only non-playoff game featuring 2 teams that have a combined 23 or more wins. So it's certainly a quality game, but exactly what you said, Peter, that Marshall, they were going to be, you know, the non-power conference representative. They weren't going to make it into the Final Four, but they were going to play in a New Year's Eve or a New Year's Day bowl, and that was a major bowl. But just by losing a game, they took a major drop, and they're certainly playing in a consolation bowl. So I do agree that when you think about teams that are probably playing in more of a consolation bowl, Marshall would jump towards the top of that list. You know, a couple things that I always said that one of the biggest misses, people like to go with teams that enter the postseason hotter, which makes no sense because the rest benefits teams that are really colder and need to make adjustments. But we really have some conflicting stuff here that when you have a team that enters with a spread winning streak of 3 or more against a team with a spread losing streak of 3 or more, the team with the losing streak is 16-5. Now that would say actually go with Marshall, but conversely, when you have a bowl underdog of 7 or more with at least a 7-game winning streak, they're actually 16-9. That holds up. So, but all in all, remember, Northern Illinois was rebuilt. They lost Jordan Lynch from 2 years ago, and you know you can't lose a Heisman candidate when you're especially a quote-unquote mid-major school without getting a setback. But it's a team that a lot of people said would get better and better as the year went on. So therefore, the fact that they finished pretty strong isn't really an aberration. I don't think they're going to be as affected by the time off as a lot of teams are. They also lost from 2 years ago, first-round draft pick at safety and Jimmy Ward. So Northern Illinois was a team that you figured would get stronger as the year went on, and especially with Marshall, they really had their eyes on a much bigger bowl. I do think Northern Illinois is a play.
That makes some sense to me, Joe Duffy. If Northern Illinois has the talent to hang with Marshall reasonably, then you got to figure from a psychological perspective, they definitely will have the edge. Plus 10 is currently widely available number. Thanks so much, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns, big money free betting contests year-round, a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.